Yeah, I want to welcome you guys to our first ever town hall. We'd like to do this. Hopefully, things will pick up here in the future, but I want to welcome you. From our survey responses, we found out overwhelmingly that you guys wanted to have more communication, so that's why we're doing this. So as time goes on, I anticipate more information, better information, and our platform will work through the bugs and we'll get things going. First of all, I want to start out with our accomplishments thus far. So 4 years and 1 week ago, or 4 months and 1 week ago, I should say, I took over as chairman of the Utah GOP. I ran on a platform of fiscal responsibility. That was very important to me. And up to this point, we've actually raised almost $180,000 and paid down a sizable portion of our operating debt. Every event that we've held, every event has been profitable, including the special convention for the CD3 replacement. This would not have been possible without volunteers and people who've spent countless hours helping us write the party. But we're not completely out of debt, so we need to continue the path that we've started so far. My goal, my personal goal for the party is to be out of debt by December 31st of this year. We've made huge strides, huge strides. We're going to continue to do so. Now, as part of my vision, I want to talk about some caucus improvements. This week, Count My Vote announced their ballot initiative to go to a pure primary as far as electing people in Utah. With this petition, our caucus night is being challenged. We have to improve the experience of caucus night. We need people to become more engaged in discussing politics on a day-to-day basis. We're going to highlight the benefits and we're going to get our message out there of why we endorse a caucus system, why it's so important that we maintain a semblance of that in Utah. We'll increase our efficiency under my leadership so that we host these caucus meetings next year and it will be one of the best ever caucus meetings. Also, we've asked the Rural Alliance of Utah, which is a new auxiliary, it was approved at our last State Central Committee meeting. They have spearheaded an effort through a bipartisan coalition to prevent this ballot initiative. So they're going out there and they're trying to educate people on exactly what Count My Vote's trying to do with their ballot initiative. We, as the Utah Republican Party, and our only effort thus far to go head-to-head with Count My Vote is to assist the Rural Republican Alliance in their efforts. Other than that, any other effort that you see out there is not part of the party. Should the ballot initiative make it onto the general election ticket, the people of Utah, you, our electorate, will be the ones to decide what we do in the future as far as electing our officials. We must educate, and so that's part of this town hall, is to get the message and the word out to you. Let's talk about caucus night. When asked to identify the least desirable portions of caucus meetings, the overwhelming response from everyone out there that responded was the excessive time. We have determined 3 parts of the caucus meeting where we can affect and improve the time that it takes to hold an effective and accurate caucus meeting. They are the check-in lines, the time it takes to count and cast votes, and the data entry afterward. I believe that with the help of technology, which we have used and are using now, it is possible to reduce the length of all these dramatically. In the coming week, we'll launch a new online voting system for the public to use, test, and improve. And I ask for your participation in this. We'll have links on the website after I get done here tonight. We're going to call it Utah Voting Booth. We invite anyone who wants to come in and sample the platform, create an account, and take surveys, polls, and provide feedback. This way we can improve this software so that it's ready to go when we roll it out in March of next year. The goal of this technology is to validate voters prior to check-in so that they can electronically check in like an electronic boarding pass when you get on an airplane. Also, the technology will be able to create ballots real time and allow people to vote and record the results afterward. And lastly, this technology will allow automatic data entry at the end of the meeting so that everyone, even our ledge chairs, can go home knowing that all the data is input, and the only thing the party has to do at 10 p.m. is send out an email to all of our candidates, giving them access to our delegates because that information is complete and input. In conclusion, if we're going to remain relevant as a party, we need to modernize how we do how we conduct our business as a party. We need to involve more Utahns, and we need to make Utah the place that's enviable with the quality of people we get elected. Now, we're going to have a little question and answer time here. So the first question I've gotten is, who will win the Utah State BYU game tonight? I want to defer to my staff here tonight, but I'm going to have to go with Kalani Sitake. I'm going to go with BYU. My heart's with BYU Blue. My wife is alum, so go BYU. I've recorded it. I'm going to watch it tonight. All right, how can we get involved in the rural county efforts? After this video, if you'll check the website, it might take us an hour or so to get it up, but there'll be a link and you'll have contact information to the Rural Alliance, and you can volunteer. We have an application with this new software that the RNC provides us, which will allow automatic calling, and we have a script already developed through the Rural Alliance to make calls and talk to people and engage them about the benefits, the pros and the cons of the caucus and convention system and going to a direct primary. So your efforts to educate people out there will be the primary method that you can get involved, and I encourage you to do so. Also, if you want to call into the office and come in, I would love for this office to be happening for the next 11 months, 12 months, and fully staffed with volunteers on the phones. We have phone banks here, so please call in, get your name on the volunteer list, and we'll utilize you when we have needs. Any more questions?
Just give it a minute or two, and then we'll sign off.
Okay. All right. It's a pleasure to be your chair. It's been quite a challenge. We have a difficult future ahead. We had a very exciting State Central Committee meeting, and I want to say to those who attended and those who didn't attend, if you're a State Central Committee member, please attend the next meeting. And the thing I want is I want the 80 plus new members of the State Central Committee. I want your voice to be heard. You were elected recently, and your voice needs to be heard, and you need input into where the party goes in the future. And I think that that was sorely lacking in our last State Central Committee meeting. So please attend, make yourself available, and call in and attend your meetings. Without that, please log in, ask questions. If you want to email me, I answer every question. I try to return every phone call. Things have been busy lately. Let's avoid any knee-jerk reactions on social media. Stay the course. We have a plan. We're going to work through this together, and we're going to make March 20th the best caucus night that has been had in a long time, if ever. So thank you for your support, and we're signing off. Thank you.